Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's been a little while since I've done a voiceover, but I thought I'd make an appearance for this video since it kinda feels like forever since I've done one. But anyway, this video is all about painting a moth with ink and watercolour, and I'm going to show the whole process in this time lapse. If you haven't seen my previous video, I tried something a bit different with the filming and tried to shoot with lots of different camera angles, and that is something I definitely want to do for future videos, but it takes a lot longer than a simple overhead time lapse like this one. And for this piece I wanted to get it done fairly quickly, as I am also currently working on a drawing which I'm sure you'll see in the upcoming video. But anyway, you probably didn't catch in the beginning where I swapped out pens, but I started with a Faber-Castell Pitt pen, which are the pens I used in my last video. But the pigment wasn't very dark and I wanted this to match my butterfly drawings that I did quite a while ago. So I swapped back to using the Molotow fine liners, which I use for them butterfly drawings. Also, although this looks like a butterfly, I had to do some research when looking for reference photos because I was seeing contradicting things, but this is actually a type of day flying moth. I really didn't mind whether it was a moth or butterfly, I just really like the look of this one. But this could mean that I have to also do a series of moths like I did with the butterflies. But honestly, that's probably going to come down to how many views this one gets. So, the process for this artwork is pretty simple. I start with my fine liners and outline a wing at a time, and all of the patterns and large shapes. Then I fill in all of the solid black areas, and then finally I use pointillism to add shading. I feel like the pointillism really works for butterflies and moths, as their wings almost look pixelated when you really zoom in. And for this bit I jump down to a 0.3 fine liner so that the dots can be really small. This inking process is definitely the time consuming bit. It probably took me about 2 to 3 hours to ink this piece, but the watercolour only took me about 30 minutes. But I'll let the rest of this inking process speak for itself, and I'll be back in a bit to talk about the watercolouring process. So when it came to adding some colour, it was super simple and quick to do. With watercolour, for the most part the paint is transparent, so I was able to be pretty sloppy and paint over some of that ink, as the watercolour won't show up on top. The one thing you do need to make sure of, however, is that your ink is waterproof, so it will usually say water resistant or waterproof, but if it says something like water soluble, you're going to end up with a mess when it comes to adding watercolour. So yeah, I just slapped on some watercolour and let the colours blend on their own. There's really not much to it. And as always, all of the supplies I'm using in this video will be listed in the description. So if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.